Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 11 of the single-player survival series. Today, you can see in the first few moments of this video, things have changed. You bet they have. You are not mistaken. What is going on here? Well, folks, I'm your person to talk to. I can give you a rundown on exactly what I have done here. I recently did a Twitch stream, and we were very, very productive, as you can see. We planned out this village center. It's really, really important that I did this. I have been putting this off for, I don't even think you know how long. This has been a project that I have just not known where to start. It's been a pain, but we did it. So luckily today we can say that our village is fully planned out now. This center part at least. We still got some work to do over here, but this is really the major talking point once you get here. And I'm super, super excited that we are officially done planning all of this out, and we are going to be able to put 2 villager market stalls over here and a lovely clock tower. I also have this massive area over here. This is going to act as a lake. It's going to be really, really cool to finally get my first ever water source into the village. I know we got the ocean over there, but this is going to be really, really cool. We're going to have our floating lighthouse. I think I'm actually going to have it come down a little bit more. And this is also going to go down to as well, probably like another 1 or 2 blocks. And we're going to make it look like the lake has consumed the clock tower. And then we're going to put 2 more bridges over here as well. So I've got a really, really big plan for this. I'm super, super excited to get started. And this is just looking so much better. I also fixed up this path over here. I think this flow just makes so much more sense when talking about how people are walking through here. I think it just makes more sense to go around and over here instead of just cutting straight across. I'll put up a couple images on the screen right now of the before and after photos. And yeah, it is quite a difference. I am super, super excited to get going, and I think this village is going to really come to life here very, very shortly. However, we have got ourselves a day today because we got to fill up maybe not all of these shulker boxes, but some of these shulker boxes, because we need to make ourselves 2 villager trading stalls and a clock tower. It isn't going to be massive, but it definitely is going to require me to go get a lot of materials, so I'm going to get on that right now. And hopefully soon enough, we'll be able to officially start building this village center. Well, everybody, we are done. I have officially collected all of the materials we are going to need for these 3 builds, and I am super, super excited that we are finally done. This took me nearly 3 hours to do, so over the moon that I'm done with this. And as you can see, we have ourselves quite a bit of material. Not a lot. You would assume probably more than this, but we're still gonna use every single one of these materials to make ourselves these 3 great buildings over here, which I think is just gonna make this area feel a lot more complete and, you know, lived in. So I think I'm gonna just get myself situated here, get myself ready, and then we can hop right in to a time lapse. All right, everybody, we are done building this clock tower. Now, as you can see, we are nowhere near done complete with the exterior around it, such as this lake over here. But we do have the original shape in place, and I am very, very, very pleased with how this has turned out. I think it really fits in this area quite nicely. However, though, we are not done by any means. By no means are we done. Absolutely not. We need to get back to work here, figuring a lot of this stuff out here. We are going to actually work on this together so that we can do a little bit of a project together, because we haven't really done one in a little bit. So we're gonna need to clear a lot of this dirt out, probably bring it down just a little bit, and just get a scope of what exactly we are dealing with here. I also want to see what shape of the lake I'm going to be able to get here. I don't actually know what yet, but hopefully it's going to look good enough. I think we're just going to keep going along here and just seeing what exactly is going to work and what's not going to. That's better. We're getting somewhere. We are getting somewhere. We might want to bring this down one more level maybe, but so far it's looking good. I'm not exactly sure about the block choice I'm going to use on this. Probably some mud, probably some stone, and probably the usual blocks that you would use in a lake or pond. That a little bit more detail. We don't want to just keep using dirt because it's not going to look good. It's not. So, that's my plan so far, which is I don't have a plan. But soon enough, we're going to be able to get this shape done, and then we're finally going to be able to start actually thinking about what we're going to be doing. I think we've reached the bottom. I don't think we're going to be going any deeper than this. I think if we were to do that, that wouldn't work out. So this is great. We have a bottom. Basically the last layer of dirt before we get to stone. So I think that will be deep enough for us. We're gonna need so much water, but I'm telling you, it's gonna look amazing once we are. I just hope and pray that this turns out good, because this is the center of the village. It's really important that this is a focal point. All of the attention will be on this area. So it's pretty stressful to make this look good, but I am up for the challenge. We have ourselves a pit. It's a good pit. And I think it really adds to this area. You've got some really good depth in here. Doesn't look too flat by any means. It's got some depth. It's about 3 blocks deep. And so hopefully we will be able to get this looking good. So I'm going to go whip up some materials really quick, and hopefully I'm going to be able to come up with something. We're probably going to need a lot of stone. We might want a darker bottom, so we might take some cobbled deep slate, maybe some basalt, probably some tuff. And then we're going to also probably need some slabs, probably a few stairs. We got to make ourselves some rocks here. And then also probably get ourselves some moss, because I don't want this to look too stony. Got to have at least a little life. The only thing I don't have right now is any mud, I don't think. I might have some. That's one of the ones that I'm not entirely sure of how that is going to look in here, but I don't think it would be a bad idea, honestly, if we went with it, because I think it would definitely fit the theme very well. I do have some mud. Awesome. Okay. Perfect. Got ourselves a good amount of materials. I think we can get to work just placing some things down here. And worst case scenario, we can always just pick something up if we don't like it. I don't really know where to start, but I think what we're going to do is probably maybe go to the bottom and then work our way up, I think. So I think first step is probably removing all of the dirt and any other blocks that we find that are not going to match our style. Thank you, Rain. I appreciate it. Hey, any way you could fill my lake? Oh my god. Okay. Not like that. Not like that. No. Nope. Nope. I'm good. Okay. We have our base. Now we can get to place some blocks. Now, I am not the best at texturing, but I am at least somewhat experienced in this field. So, we're going to try here and hopefully get something looking good. Now that we have this, which isn't the best shape in the world, but it's a shape, I think we can now maybe put some blackstone, maybe? Yeah. We do want this lake to be a little bit darker and moody as you go down. And then as we head back up towards the top, that's when you start to notice the shift in color. So that it becomes a little bit more light and green like the grass up top. And I think that actually looks really, really nice. I think I might actually put some more mud over here. But overall, the shape is looking really, really good so far. And maybe we'll go a deep slate, possibly. That's a little bit darker, a little bit more... matches a little bit better. Yeah, that is looking really, really good. Okay, so now as we transition out, I think we can transition to maybe this color of basalt. The lake shape, too, is also really good. For it being kind of squarish, I think it really does work. The blocks you'd think you'd never need are actually finally useful for once. Wow. It looks good. It does. Ooh. You know, I might actually want to put some more blackstone over here. But overall, this is looking really, 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 really good. We're done. We have finished the bottom section of this lake, and it's looking a lot better. A lot better. We're not done yet, but this is looking really, really good. And now I think what we can do is go ahead and work up. I think we're going to need some stone, some tuff, maybe some moss in some places. I don't exactly know where. But I think what we can do now is just slowly work our way up. Okay, and that's actually not that bad. You know, I think we could do with a few slabs in some places just to kind of smooth out the transition. But I do like this. Maybe not in every place, but in some places it can be sporadic too. Okay, and then maybe as we go up, we will shift to tough, maybe? There's been no planning going into this lake. Besides the clock tower, this is live. Happening right now in front of your eyes. So, this is being made up on the spot. Not thought of materials. But I'm hoping and praying that I have enough tough. Looking good. And I think what we can do now is maybe look for some mossy cobble and some moss to go up here as a little retaining wall so that you don't just fall right in some sections, not everywhere, but just in some places that I think might need just a little bit of a buffer in some way. Now, I know a lot of you might be thinking, you know, Flight, why didn't you put the beacon in the center? That was my plan all along. Don't get me wrong. I actually really wanted to do that. But I then realized, you know, if I am going to have this massive villager trading hall, I think I might also want to have another use for that as well. And so I just decided, you know what? I think it's just a good idea that we go ahead and go through with putting the beacons in there. And then leaving this to kind of have no purpose, but just to fill up this area a little bit. We are done. Awesome. And it's raining again. And now I think what we're going to do is just get ourselves some slabs. And just kind of, I don't know, put a little bit of a wall around certain sections. Not to overdo anything by any means, but just kind of get us in a decent spot. I think this is good. I think the next thing that we need to do is just fill this lake up and see where we might want to add a few more details. I know that I'm going to probably put maybe some lily pads in some sections, some cattails if I can make some, and probably some sugarcane and some bamboo around here. So I think I'm going to get all of those materials collected, and then we're just going to get to making this just a little bit more detailed. Let's get to filling. We did it. We got the whole lake filled in. That took forever, but we did it. I think what we can do now is probably maybe work on this, making it look a little bit nicer in some places. I might actually want to make this look like it's almost floating. That might be cool. Like, you know how a bottle almost floats in the water? Maybe I want something like that to happen here, too. That looks like it's floating. At least a little bit better than it was before. And so I think that actually looks really, really good now. My original plan was that I was going to have it go down this way and then out and kind of blend in almost like a tree trunk into the lake, which would have looked really, really cool. But I also really, really like this, too. It looks like it's floating in a natural way, and I like that. And then I think we can probably do a little bit of a, maybe trapdoor design here. Like, maybe we do something like that. Okay. I think I'm set. I think we need to put some lanterns on here, but I think this is definitely what I'm looking for. And now I'm just going over and putting some lanterns over here just so we can get a little bit more light in the area. I know I'm going to probably need to do a little bit of work lighting up our lake, but I think that can definitely help. I just went around and put a few more lanterns in a couple places that I thought would help keep darkness levels down as much as I can. And I think I accomplished that. We still got to do a little bit more work working in the lake. I think we're going to put maybe lily pads and some other important little details in, but I think the outside is pretty much done now. I do kind of enjoy the emptiness of the lake in some ways, but I also would be totally okay with having lily pads in here. I think I would call this project complete. This is looking really, really good so far. Really, really happy with this. But we are not done yet. We have got some more work to do. We need to go ahead and get these 2 villager trading stalls up and going. And I think by that point, this area will be absolutely fantastic. Oh boy, am I excited. We have got all of the required materials, and so I'm going to kick you guys off into the second time lapse of today's video. Well, guys, I am done now making ourselves our farmer villager stalls, and I could not be more pleased with this. How do these look? I think they look really, really good. Oh, man. Don't these just fit in this area so nicely? Now, I know I'm not done yet. I haven't moved both of these villagers in, but I'm really, really pleased with how this has turned out. I just realized I'm going to need to put some more glowberries down here. I forgot. My bad. But yeah, I think I'm really, really happy with this. I think these are going to be really, really useful once we get some villagers in. And this really completes this area fantastically. But I'm sure you are noticing that there is still one more thing we've got to do today, and that is make some paths. Oh boy, we're going to need a lot of coarse dirt. But I think once we get all of these paths down, this village center will really, finally, come to life. We have finished all of our coarse dirt placing. We aren't entirely done with the rest of this, but we certainly got this section done, which is the main part of what I wanted to get done today. And we officially did that. All right, guys. Well, I think that is the episode for today. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I had a blast building this incredible village center, and now we can officially say that this area is finally complete.